Maraming salamat po sa atin pong tagapangulo. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. A'udzu billahi minasyaitonir rajim. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillahirabbil alamin. Bismillah wassalatu wassalamu ala Rasulillah. Isang pagbati po ng puno ng pagpapala at awa ng Panginoon ang handog ko po sa inyong lahat. Una, nais ko pong ipahayag ang aking pagsaludo at pasasalamat po sa tagapangulo ng komite ng lokal na pamahalaan, ang anak po ng masa, ang atin pong idolo, ang atin pong teacher, ang number one rider po talagang tunay, Senator J.B. Ejercito. Gayon din po ang aking pasasalamat naman sa ating mga panauhin ngayong araw na ito. Lalo po sa mga kapatid natin mula sa Mindanao na naglaan po ng oras upang makapiling natin ngayong umaga. At siyempre po, ang special po nating pasasalamat din kay sa atin pong chairman ng Commission on Election, Honorable George Erwin M. Garcia, dahil siya po ang nagbigay sa atin ng idea na ito, kaya po tayo nakagawa ng panukala na ito. Batid naman po natin lahat na ang paksa ng committee ngayong araw na ito ay inihain ng inyong lingkod ang Senate Bill number 2875 tungkol sa pagbuo ng probinsya ng Cotabato na kinabibilangan po ng 63 mga barangay mula sa munisipalidad ng Pahamudin, Kabeserang Bayan, Kadayangan, Nabalawag, Old Kaabakan, Kapalawan, Malidigaw, Tugunan at Digawasan. Ginoong tagapangulo, isa po sa universal, likas at basic na pangangailangan ng tao ay ang mapabilang sa lipunang kanyang ginagalawan. Bahagi po ito ng ating psikolohiya bilang tao. Ang universal na pangangailangang ito ay sinasabi nating naangkop din sa mga istruktura ng gobyerno. Sa aking palagay, ang mga panauhin natin ngayong araw na ito ay mula po sa special geographic areas ay magpapatotoo kung gaano kahirap ang kawalan ng political at geographical structure na kinabibilangan. Hindi natin po maikakaila na kailangan ang pagtatatag ng lalawigan para sa mga SGAs na ito sapagkat mahalaga ito sa pamumuhay at operasyon ng mga munisipalidad at barangay sa SGA ng Bangsamoro Autonomous Region. Hangad ko po na sa pamamagitan ng pagdinig na ito ay matutugunan natin ang pagpapabilis sa pag-unlad ng mga bagong likhang munisipalidad at upang maging epektibo rin ang pagbibigay ng pangunahing serbisyo sa kanilang mga nasasakupan. Critical po ito sa ating pagnanais na isulong ang inclusive na pag-unlad, mapalakas ang kapayapaan at kaayusan sa lugar na napinsala ng ilang dekada ng armadong hindi pagkakaintindihan at siyempre po ang pigilan ang disenfranchisement ng mga tao sa pamamagitan ng pagtiyak na ang kanilang mga karapatan ay naibibigay ng sapat at mahusay na pamahalaan. Alam niyo po mga kababayan, nakalulungkot pong isipin na may mga kapatid po tayong hindi nakaboboto. Ito po ay malaking pagyurak sa kanilang karapatan sapagkat ito po ay nasa konstitusyon. Ito po ay binigay ng konstitusyon na karapatan ng ating mga kababayan, lalong-lalo na po ang ating mga kababayan na katulad ko po ay nagnanais na maramdaman na sila ay kasama dito sa gobyernong ito. Sila ay mahal ng gobyernong ito at sila ay kapabilang ng gobyernong ito. Kaya ito po, mahal naming tagapangulo, ay napakahalagang bagay sa aming lahat. Maraming salamat po.
Tatlong katanungan lang, Chairman, no? Para makahap na kayo. Under the bill, a plebiscite shall be conducted and supervised by COMELEC within 90 days from the date of its effectivity. Is this a sufficient time to prepare the conduct of the plebiscite in case the bill is passed by both houses, Chairman?
Maraming salamat po, Mr. Chair, at sa mga kagalang-galang na miyembro ng committee na ito. As far as the COMELEC is concerned, Mr. Chair, before answering your question, dun po muna sa ano nangyari noong 2022, as correctly pointed out by the Honorable Senator Robin Hood Padilla. Hindi po sila nakaboto yung sa 63 barangays ng mayor ng kanilang mga provincial officials at hindi rin po sila nakaboto ng congressman dahil wala po tayong na-create nga na probinsya at wala rin po tayong na-create na legislative district para po sa kanila. And so they were disenfranchised really in 2022. At talagang nakakalungkot kung sila naman po ay disenfranchised din sa darating na halalan ng 2025 because disenfranchisement is never the business of this republic and we should do everything legally possible to ensure that everybody is able to vote. So ganito po ang ating senaryo sa kasalukuyan. Ngayon po ay Disyembre, but we would like to express our strongest support to this the bill of Senator Padilla and the initiative of this committee. Ngayon po ay December, ang COMELEC po ay may ginagawang tinatawag na election management system. Yan pong election management system ay very important, lalo't automated elections tayo. Kung sakali pong maipasa ang ating pong panukalang batas na ito bago matapos ang Disyembre, so meron po tayo more or less, sabi po ng panukalang batas, 90 days para i-hold ang plebisito. So ang 90 days po, kung sakaling Disyembre, March po yon. Two very close sa ating pong national and local elections. Kung ang plano naman po ay isama ito, Mr. Chair, Your Honors, sa ating pong national and local election, yung plebisito lang na tanong na yes or no, ang kailangan po namin talaga ay December 13 dahil ipe-prepare po namin yung election management system natin. So mukhang hindi po namin kakayanin mula po January o hanggang March to conduct the plebiscite. Although kukunti lang naman po ito dahil ang latest ano po namin ang number of registered voters lang naman po dito ay 119,000. So mukhang kung ipipilitin natin pwede mag-manual election basta po maipasa kaagad ang batas. So, kami po ay kasama doon. Pagmamalaki namin na kabilang kami, nakukonsult po kami ng Bangsamoro Transition Authority sapagkat gusto namin maging maayos po yung election code. At yung pong COMELEC ay nag-agree doon sa provision ng Bangsamoro Electoral Code, yung paglalagay that all incumbent BTA members are not deemed resigned if they will be filing the certificates of candidacy. So as far as the COMELEC is concerned, ang position po namin, we supported and agreed with the provision. May naging problema lang po kami lately. Sana from doon sa mga abogadong na andito mapag-isipan natin. Meron po kasi kaming ginawa doon sa party list. Sa party list po kasi ay lahat ng nominees ng party list nilagay namin sa guidelines namin na kung sila ay mga incumbent appointive officials, sila po ay not deemed resigned. Not deemed resigned po sila. Sinabi namin kasi ang sinabi po namin, ang tumatakbo sa party list ay ang mga organizations, ang mga political parties at hindi ang nominees. At sinite namin yung dalawang kaso dyan, kaso ng Abayon versus HRET, kasama na rin po yung kaso ng Palparan versus HRET. Na-TRO po kami ng Supreme Court. Kaya lahat po ng mga appointive officials sa ating pamahalaan na naging nominee or nominees ng party list ay deemed resigned. Of course, ang saving grace po sa Bangsamoro Electoral Code, Mr. Chair, ay dahil may provision sa Electoral Code not deemed resigned sila. So doon po natin i-weigh na lang, hindi ko po sasagutin dahil legal issue, kung may provision at pagkatapos may TRO. So magkatulad ba yung implikasyon at yung epekto po nito. So hanggang sa kasalukuyan po, ang kaso namin tungkol sa party list ay pending sa Supreme Court, Mr. Chair, and wala pa pong disposition. Ang dahilan lang kung bakit sila lahat resigned ay dahil sa temporary restraining order issued by the Honorable Supreme Court in that particular case.
So that has to be clarified, no? Yun pang kailangan natin yung legal issue. Whether yung provision po na not deemed resigned sa kanila will not be in conflict with our constitution.
Yes, Mr. Chair, basta po ngayon in the meantime, they are still sitting because of the provision of the election code. And that should really be it, because until a provision of a law or an ordinance is declared null and void, then the status quo is maintained, Mr. Chair.
Attorney Elijah Dumama Alba will be speaking in behalf of the Chief Minister. You're recognized, ma'am.
Thank you. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My courtesies and utmost respect to the chair of the Committee on Local Government, Senator Joseph Victor Ejercito, to the principal author of the Senate Bill number 2875, Honorable Senator Robin Hood Padilla, to Senator Win Gatchalian, to the Chief Minister of the Bangsamoro Government, and all who are present today. We would like to extend our heartfelt gratitude to the committee for allowing the Bangsamoro government to provide insights and inputs on Senate Bill number 2875. Foremost, we would also like to thank the Office of Senator Robin Hood Padilla for consulting with us, going down to the Bangsamoro government in Cotabato City when they were drafting the bill. Mr. Chair, we would like to read the official position paper signed by the Chief Minister on Senate Bill number 2875. This position paper articulates the stance of the Bangsamoro government regarding Senate Bill number 2875, which proposes the creation of Cotabato Province to be composed of the municipalities of Pahamudin, Kadayangan, Nabalawag, Old Kaabakan, Kapalawan, Malidigao, Tugunan, and Ligawasan in the special geographic area of the Bangsamoro Autonomous Region in Muslim Mindanao. The bill seeks to address the unique socio-political and economic needs of the constituents of the said area, ensuring that their rights and aspirations are recognized within the framework of the Bangsamoro Organic Law. For the land area, 814.75 square kilometers based on the latest land survey. We have a population of 215,433 based on the Philippine Statistics Authority 2020 census. We have an annual income of 282,609,928 pesos. Data is coming from the Office of the Provincial Treasurer of the Cotabato Province. And we have the 8 municipalities recently created by the Bangsamoro Parliament. We have relevant provisions of in the Bangsamoro Organic Law. Although the Bangsamoro Parliament is allowed to create, divide, merge, abolish, or substantially alter boundaries of municipalities or barangays, it is not authorized to establish a province, as this automatically results in the creation of a legislative district. Section 10, Article 6 of the Bangsamoro Organic Law directs the Bangsamoro government to cooperate and coordinate with the national government through the Philippine Congress Bangsamoro Parliament Forum, or the PCBPF, for any act that requires the creation of a legislative district. The PCBPF, which was created for purposes of cooperation and coordination of legislative initiatives, is one of the intergovernmental relations mechanisms established through the Bangsamoro Organic Law to allow the national government and the Bangsamoro government to coordinate and resolve issues on intergovernmental relations through regular consultation and continuing negotiations in a non-adversarial manner. This can be found in Section 10, Article 6 of RA 11054. On the plebiscite requirement, the proposed creation of a province in the BARM Special Geographic Area must be subject to the approval of a majority of the votes cast in a plebiscite in the political units directly affected, as provided in Section 10, Article 10 of the Philippine Constitution. This ensures that the constituents directly affected by the proposed province, creation of the proposed province, have the opportunity to express their consent or dissent regarding its establishment. Sections 10 and 11 of Article 10 of the Constitution grant the Congress of the Philippines the authority to create, divide, merge, abolish, or alter the boundaries of provinces, cities, or municipalities and barangays in accordance with the criteria established under Section 461, Chapter 1, Title 4, Book 3 of the Republic Act number 7160. However, the 8 municipalities of the SGA already consolidated an average annual income of 282,609,928, a combined territory of 814.75 square kilometers, and a total population of 215,433 inhabitants. While the SGA may not meet some of the statutory requirements for the creation of a province under Republic Act number 7160, there is an imperative to recognize the peculiar situation of the municipalities and the SGA as set by legislative precedents of the Philippine Congress in the creation of the provinces of Biliran and Dinagat Islands. Reference to the final census count of the Philippine Statistics Authority for 2024 may also be considered. We would like to also note the historical context of the BARM SGA. and the formation and governance under what was once called the Moro Province from 1903 to 1914. The Moro Province, established in June 1903 under U.S. military rule, played the pivotal role in shaping the historical trajectory of Cotabato. It included Mindanao, Sulu, and the neighboring islands, areas predominantly inhabited by Moros and other indigenous peoples. The creation of the Moro Province marked a significant shift in the governance and control of Mindanao and Sulu under the U.S. colonial rule. This initiative was originally aimed to centralize authority over the Moro regions and address their long-standing resistance to foreign colonization. The administration of the Moro Province was placed in the hands of U.S. military officials, with the Governor General holding substantial powers and spanned legislative, judicial, and executive functions. This governance model often clashed with the traditional Moro leadership structures, including the sultanates and datus, which had governed the region for centuries. The establishment and governance strategies of the Moro Province profoundly influenced the socio-political and economic dynamics of the region. These policies not only exacerbated tensions between the Moros and the colonial government, but also laid the foundation for contemporary issues related to governance, land rights, and cultural preservation in the Bangsamoro region. On legal and constitutional considerations, the Bangsamoro Organic Law was enacted to provide for the establishment of the BARM, a political entity that recognizes the identity, rights, and aspirations of the Bangsamoro people. The law aims to promote self-governance, cultural preservation, and economic development in the region. During the 2019 plebiscite, the 63 barangays of the formerly of North Cotabato, voted for their inclusion in the BARM and were subsequently constituted as the special geographic area due to their unique status. However, the SGA has been experiencing a political vacuum since it became a part of BARM in 2019. In this light, Senate Bill number 2875 was filed by Senator Robin Hood Padilla seeking to create the Cotabato Province in the BARM. The Philippine Constitution mandates that each province shall have at least one representative in the House of Representatives. In the case of SEMA versus COMELEC, GR number 177597, July 16, 2008, the Honorable Supreme Court affirmed that the creation of a province inherently entails the creation of a legislative district by constitutional implication. Consequently, the establishment of a province for the SGA will enhance political representation for its residents. This will also improve the delivery of government service, promote inclusive growth, and strengthen the peace and order in the areas that have been marred by decades of armed conflict, all in alignment with the provisions on objectives laid down in the Bangsamoro Organic Law. So we have also put here our rationale for establishing a province based on the following justifications: local governance, political representation, as I mentioned earlier, social development, economic development, and social justice. Our recommendations, Mr. Chair, are as follows. Possible referral of the creation of a province in the BARM SGA to the PCBPF. The establishment of a province in the BARM SGA is an act that requires the creation of a legislative district. Pursuant again to Section 10, Article 6 of the Bangsamoro Organic Law, the Bangsamoro government and the national government shall create and coordinate through the PCBPF to accomplish the creation of a legislative district. So we highly recommend the referral of this matter to the PCBPF in keeping with the provisions of the Bangsamoro Organic Law to allow the Bangsamoro government and national government to properly address and resolve all important and relevant issues. Second, the recommendation is to rename the Cotabato Province to Moro Province. The term Cotabato is already associated with the existing Cotabato Province and Maguindanao. Using Moro Province for the new entity avoids redundancy and offers distinct branding while honoring the region's historical significance. The renaming to Moro Province could be justified as a recognition of the historical and cultural heritage of the Moro people, consistent with the principles of local autonomy and respect for cultural identity enshrined in the Constitution. This aligns with the rationale behind the creation of autonomous regions or provinces as seen in the Bangsamoro Organic Law. The third is the subject to style po yung mga titles. Next, sir, is we support the enactment into law of Senate Bill number 2875 and encourage all stakeholders to support the passage of the bill to ensure the establishment of the, hopefully, what we call the Moro Province. Next would be the harmonization of the provisions of the Senate bill with Bangsamoro Autonomy Act number 49, or the Bangsamoro Local Governance Code. We would also like to flag that this might count as a bill of local application. So the Honorable Senate may also consider asking the House of Representatives for a counterpart bill. Next po is the funding source for the conduct of the plebiscite. Respectfully, Section 48 of the Senate bill states that the expenses for the conduct of the plebiscite shall be borne by the appropriate agency in the BARM. It might be more appropriately discussed at the level of the PCBPF, considering that it is within the mandate of the Bangsamoro Parliament to determine the allocation of the block grant. As provided in Section 19, Article 12 of the Bangsamoro Organic Law, the Bangsamoro Parliament shall pass an annual appropriations law allocating the block grant to various agencies and programs according to the powers and functions of the Bangsamoro government. In conclusion, Senate Bill number 2875 is a significant legislative measure that seeks to create a province for the special geographic area. It is grounded on constitutional and legal principles that promote local autonomy, cultural preservation, and socio-economic development. The bill would be and is supported by the Bangsamoro government as it aligns with the aspirations of the Bangsamoro people for self-determination and effective governance, signed by Honorable Ahod B. Ibrahim, Chief Minister of the Bangsamoro Transition Authority. Thank you, sir.
Our other agencies present, yung pong mayors of the 8 municipalities. Sino po pwedeng magsilta para sa mga mayors? Yes, Honorable Lascud. You are now recognized, sir.
Good morning and assalamualaikum warahmatullahi ta'ala wabarakatuh. Especially to the sponsor, Honorable Ruben Padilla, our brother in Islam. Assalamualaikum, sir. And the rest of the present invited guests here. And of course, especially to our Chief Minister, Honorable Ahod Balawag Ibrahim. Thank you very much to all of us here. House Bill number 2875, sponsored by no less than Senator Ruben Padilla, and now being hardened for public consultation by Honorable GB Ejercito, and of course with the allies of our Honorable Senator also, in the name of our constituents in the special geographic area, we thank you very much for these efforts. It has been already 5 years and 10 months since the establishment of the the result of the plebiscite in February 6, 2019. Supposedly, unexpectedly, the municipalities has been already created so that the province for these municipalities to be created that time is also soon to be created. That's why we are very much happy for our efforts in the SGA for garnering a very high markable result of the plebiscite at the time. Now, since it is already 5 years and 10 months, our people really is yearning so much that the creation of our province will be possibly very soon. And we hope that it will be earlier than the election, as already mentioned earlier by the chairman of the COMELEC. Another thing is this province also is, I understand there was already a filed bill for this from the BTA, but ours is to rename it into Moro Province, considering the historical antecedents that has been historically been already given by the government of the United States in 1903, although it was short-lived because it was abolished in 1913, but very historical on our part, considering that the Moro has been first recognized in those days. That's why there was that Moro province. So we are in this special geographic area. We hope that it will be renamed into Moro province, considering the historical and background of the Moro province. So thank you for the meantime.
Thank you. Sino pa hong sa mga mayors na nandito, sino pa hong gusto magsalita or sige po. Mayor Atu Ibrahim.
My courtesy and respect to our Committee on Local Government, Honorable Senator Hihirto Estrada,
Please,
Yusip
yes, Mayor.
Victor Estrada,
Please go ahead.
the proponent or the author of this bill, House number 128, Honorable Senator Robin Hood C. Padilla, my beloved Chief Minister Ahud Balawag Ibrahim, MPs who are around here, and the local government officers from 8 municipalities of SJ. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. So I just want to read my position paper regarding the creation of the province.
Yes, please, siguro yung pinaka-gist na lang po, no? Yeah. Just submit the main position paper to the
I
committee.
just submit my
Yung
position.
pinaka-brief na lang po. So that to make things faster, no? Yung pinaka-ano na lang po, yung mismong position, main points po siguro ng position.
Yes, so I read the some short the position paper to the Honorable Speaker and the Honorable Members of the Committee on Local Government by the constituents of the Municipality of Nabalaog Special Geographic Area, SGA, of the Bangsamoro Autonomous Region in Muslim Mindanao for supporting for the SGA become a province. So I, as the appointed councillor of the Municipality of Nabalaog, stand before you today with a deep sense of responsibility and commitment to the future of our municipality, our region, its people. Hence, I express my immense support for the creation of the Moro province in the special geographic area, SGA of the Bangsamoro Autonomous Region in Muslim Mindanao, BARM. I respectfully request that the name of the proposed province be Moro province. Thank you.
Tomorrow province din po ang inyong proposal. Yes, please identify yourself. Hindi ko po makita. Mayor,
Yes,
Katagay.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Kayagay.
Nasir Gayagay from Municipality of Tugunan, SGA.
You're the administrator?
Yep.
Sige po, yung pinaka-brief na po
The constituent of Municipality of Tugunan is very supportive with the stand of the Bangsamoro government, which was headed by our Honorable Chief Minister Ahud Ibrahim. Therefore, we are very supportive on the statement. But personally, what was not clear for me is the provincial seat, because on the statement,
hindi ko po narinig kung saan ba nakasituated itong it is very important for me, for us, so that it might be, if I can recommend to your committee, Honorable Chair, to have a provision na kung saan man nakasituated yung provincial seat, ay mayroon pong provision na hindi na po yun ma-change po, hindi na po malipat sa saan mga lugar, kung sino man yung magiging governor. Kung saan man po siya nalagay according doon sa proposed bill on the creations of province of Moro, because we suggested also Moro instead of Cotabato. I also highly recommend that it will be changed into Moro province because of the uniqueness of the history of the Moro. And then what was not clear for me is the provincial seat of the proposed province. Kailangan po yun kasi if I can suggest or recommend to your committee, Mr. Chair, that kung makagawa po tayo ng provision na kung saan man po na situated yung provincial government, ay hindi na po siya malipat sa kung sino man yung po yung ma-elect as a governor. Maraming salamat po.
Thank you po. Maraming salamat, Administrator. Yes, next, please identify yourself, sir.
And Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi ta'ala wabarakatuh. I am the Tuti Labas Jr., representing our municipal mayor, Honorable Ismael Mama. So I believe I am the youngest in the room. So we just wanted to say that this bill gives so much hope, not just for our province, but also for us young generations who will continue the legacy in the province of Ligawasan or the province of Cotabato. Now, we just wanted to say that we in the Ligawasan municipality of Ligawasan wholeheartedly endorse the Senate Bill number 2875. And this bill is not just about the present, it is about securing a lasting legacy for our future generations of Bangsamoro. It is a testament to the enduring spirit of our struggle for self-determination, justice, and cultural preservation. So we firmly believe that the passage of this bill will mark a new chapter in the history of the Bangsamoro region. So thank you so much and mabuhay.
Thank you. Maraming salamat din po. Sino pa ho?
Auzubillahiminasyaitanirrajim. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum jami'an wa barakatuh and good morning po. Please allow me to read the brief position papers coming from the people of Kapalawan that was consolidated by the Office of the Mayor. The municipality of Kapalawan respectfully submit this position paper in support of the Senate Bill 2875, which seeks to establish a new province of 8 municipalities of SGA. The necessity of creating Cotabato Province or the Moro Province, as stated in the Bangsamoro Transition Authority Parliament Resolution number 499, which respectfully urges the 19th Congress of the Philippines to enact a law creating a province to be composed of 8 municipalities. The establishment of Cotabato Province is essential to the existence and position of the municipalities and barangays in the SGA BARM. It will address the urged need for the well-defined political structure to facilitate governance, development, and services delivery in the SGA. Currently, the SGA is governed by the Special Geographic Area Development Authority, an interim structure that lacks the full capabilities of a provincial government to electively serve its constituents. This temporary arrangement limits the efficient administration of resources and hampers economic growth and infrastructure development. The establishment of Cotabato Province will institutionalize governance, which would allow the allocation of resources and implementation of programs tailored to the needs of the SDA. Moreover, it will ensure political representation and prevent the disfranchisement of its residents in future elections. The lack of representation, the absence of province for the 8 municipalities entails no representation of the House of the Representative. Incidental also in the absence of official in the province level, which are governor, vice governor, provincial board members, and other councilors and board member where existence of the province is indispensable. Thank you.
Thank you. Any more? For the, yes, please identify yourself.
Auzubillahiminash-shaytanir-rajim. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My courtesy to the members of this committee, Honorable Joseph Victor Ejercito, the proponent of the Senate bill, Honorable Robin Hood Padilla, and Senator Win Gatchalian. Magandang umaga po sa ating lahat. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I have here the position letter of our OIC Municipal Mayor. I will try to sum it up, and I will read it as fast as I can. To the honorable members of the Senate Committee on Local Government and the honorable members of the Senate of the Philippines, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Greetings of peace and unity. The municipality of Old Cabacan, a newly established municipality within the special geographic area of the Bangsamoro Autonomous Region in Muslim Mindanao, express its strong and unwavering support of the Senate Bill number 2875, an act creating special geographic area in the Bangsamoro Autonomous Region in Muslim Mindanao. As transitioning municipality, we are confronted with numerous challenges that underscore the need for higher provincial authority to assist and guide us in delivering effective governance and public social services to our constituents. Furthermore, to enrich and strengthen the proposal, we humbly suggest that instead of naming the province as Cotabato Province, it shall be known as Moro Province. This name resonates deeply with the historical and cultural significance of our region and reflects our collective aspiration for peace and progress under shared identity. The municipality of Old Cabacan is steadfast in its belief that the establishment of this province, the Moro Province, will serve as a transformative step toward inclusive and sustainable development in not only for our municipality, but also for the local government unit in the special geographic area. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Any more last na sa municipalities? Please
Yes,
make it
thank you.
brief.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi ta'ala wabarakatuh. I am Ibrahim El Rahman, the Vice Mayor of the Municipality of Pamudin. My courtesy to the Committee Chair on Local Government, and of course kay Senator Gatchalian, and my salute to the principal author of the Bill 2875. It has been the general sentiment and clamor of the 63 barangays na magkaroon ng provincial government. Unang-una po dito is the municipality of Pamudin support Bill 2875. At saka yung position paper po ng ating Chief Minister na binasa kanina ng ating MILG. Isa po yun na gusto namin masuportahan ng todo. Yung creation po ng the province of the Moro Province is ang kagandahan po na ma-create is ma-address in a holistic approach yung general sentiments ng 63 barangays. Kasi in the absence of province po is parang nanineglect. Hindi na-address ng todo kasi divided, may mga munisipyo. Pero pag nagkaroon po ng province is ma-address yung in a holistic approach yung general sentiments ng 63 barangays. Pangalawa po is yun, yung pag nagkaroon po ng provinces, ma-represent yung 63 barangays. Kasi right now is parang hindi na-address dahil yung mga munisipyo na lang.
Pangatlo po is sana hindi na this coming election is makaboto na. Hindi na ma-disenfranchise yung 63 barangays. Dahil yung last election is hindi po nakaboto. So, malaking bagay po sa community na makapagpili sila ng leader nila dito sa province. Kasi last po hindi kami nakaboto sa province, sa national one na lang figure ang naboto namin. Maraming salamat po.
Thank you, sir. So that's all for, yes, please identify yourself.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi taala wabarakatuh. Ako po si Honorable Raul Invirador Senior, Councilor po ng Municipality of Malidigao. Ang nag-iisang settler po na naging OIC sa 8 new created municipality. Sa amin po sa Malidigao, sinusuportahan po namin ang new creation of province of Moro Province. Nasabi naman ni Vice, kapipis na lang yung nauna. So, yun lang po sa kay Senador Robin Hood Padilla. Salamat, maraming salamat sir. Kay as a settler, malaki ding tulong ito sa amin. No? Kay Senador JB, kay Senador Wayne Gatchalian at sa aming Chief Minister Ahod Ibrahim, maraming talagang salamat. Sana po bigyan talaga ito ng importansya, bigyan ng solusyon ang mga problema namin doon sa pamamagitan po sa aming author na si Robin Hood, Senador Robin Hood Padilla. Maraming salamat po.
Salamat po. Meron pa ho? Yes, please identify yourself. Ano pong munisipyo?
So thank you, Mr. Chair. I am MP Muhammad Kali Antaw from the Special Geographic Area. Thank you so much. So, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi taala wabarakatuh to the Honorable Chair, Senator Joseph Victor Ejercito. Sa ating pong kapatid sa pananampalataya na naging ito siya po ang nagsumikap na magkaroon, isulong itong Senate Bill na ito para po sa pagtatag ng Cotabato Province. Mayroon na po ako na-prepare na message, na-submit ko na po, hindi ko na po babasahin. Dahil gusto ko pong magsalita, nagaling sa puso yung aking pagsasalita. Nandito ako ngayon, hindi bilang membro ng parlamento, kung hindi bilang dating legislator ng probinsya ng Cotabato, na nakasubaybay sa mula po sa pagnanais ng ating mga kapatid na mga Bangsamoro na sumali po sa kanilang mga kapatid na nasa Bangsamoro Autonomous Region in Muslim Mindanao. Sila po ay sumama dahil sa kanilang inaasahang pag-asa na sa tingin nila bilang mga kasapi rin po at kasama rin po sa struggle ng Bangsamoro ay nais po rin nila makasama doon po sa bunga ng paikibaka ng kanilang mga kapatid. Ito po ay nangyari nang kami po ay mag-file ng petition for inclusion dahil po nais po namin na mapabilang sa kanila. At sa pagdatag nitong pagplebisito noong February 6, 2019 ay 99.9% ang aming suporta na mapasama po dito po sa Bangsamoro Autonomous Region in Muslim Mindanao. Kaya po kami pinagpapasalamat sa ating mga Chief Minister sa pagtatag ng 8 munisipyo dito po sa 63 barangay. At kami rin po ay nangarap na magkaroon ng sariling probinsya dahil yan po ang hangarin ng mga taga 63 barangay na magkaroon ng sariling munisipyo, magkaroon ng sariling probinsya para po may pakita nila ang kanilang pagnanais na magkaroon ng bagong pag-asa, magkaroon ng sarili nila na kanilang sabihin natin na sariling pagpapasya sa kanilang probinsya. Kaya po kami nagpasalamat po sa ating mahal na Senate President, sa ating mahal na senador, ang ating kapatid, na kung saan ay naisulong ito na magkaroon po tayo ng Cotabato Province. Bilang member ng parliament at nagsulong po kami ng resolution na yon, yung 499 bilang isa doon. Ako po personally, I am fully supporting itong renaming the province into a more